The buzz around Tuscaloosa surrounding Alabama head men's basketball coach Avery Johnson has only increased as the first-year head coach has already left his mark on the recruiting trail. Since day one, Coach Johnson has had to address how he will handle recruiting, as this is the first time coaching at the college level. The former NBA coach and player has already nailed down 4 recruits for the class of 2015 and said today on his SEC conference call that his coaching staff is up for the challenge and his experience as a dad is also coming in handy.
Coach Bob has had a lot of experience with the players that we're targeting. Scott's had a lot of experience coaching on the AAU circuit, so he knows what's going on in Petway. Is very familiar. But again, 2 years ago, my son just came out of this process, so I was at a lot of these tournaments that I'm going to be sitting on the other side with the college coaches as opposed to sitting on the other side with the parents. So I've been to a lot of these tournaments before as a parent, so I'm very familiar with it. We're up for the challenge, and we're excited about it.
Auburn head coach Bruce Pearl may have a more extensive college coaching resume than Avery Johnson, but Pearl just wrapped up his first year with the Tigers and says his program is still a work in progress. Auburn finished with a 15-20 record in Pearl's first year and made a run in the SEC tournament before falling to Kentucky. The Tigers class of 2015 is ranked as a top 15 recruiting class, but Pearl says his group is still in a rebuilding phase.
Well, we are definitely still in the rebuilding process with our first full recruiting year under our belt. Really excited about our class and how hard they've been working in the summer to come together as a group. And we're going to have probably 7 new players and out of 13 guys on scholarship. So it's really a rebuild for us. But the newcomers are long and athletic, and we want to be able to play a little bit faster. And so it's a good group.
Ex-Alabama coach Anthony Grant is now an NBA assistant coach for the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC announcing today the addition of Grant and 2 other assistants to Billy Donovan's coaching staff. Grant had initially rejoined Donovan in Florida following his firing at Alabama in March. OKC hired Donovan on April 30th. Grant spent 6 seasons with the Tide and 3 at VCU. Coach Nick Saban was honored this past weekend in Kentucky, receiving the Blanton Collier Award for integrity on and off the field. Saban's opinions on the current playoff system has been a hot topic this offseason, and this weekend he says this is not against the bowl games, but wants to see opportunities for many teams and athletes in addition to promoting the playoffs.
I like having a playoff. You know, my only concern was before we ever had a playoff, which this kind of got misinterpreted, was, you know, I think it's really special for a lot of college football players and a lot of college teams to be able to go to bowl games. And how the playoff would affect the bowl games, you know, was a real concern of mine, because that provides a lot of positive self-gratification for a lot of young student athletes, and I didn't want to see that, you know, go by the wayside. So hopefully some kind of way we'll figure out that these 2 things can coexist together, and we have a great playoff for the fans and for the players that are the top teams, and other players will be able to continue to go to bowl games.